What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great start to your holiday. Today we're going to be giving you the top 10 loadouts you can be using right now in Call of Duty Warzone, and we're going to do something a little different today than we've been doing recently, and we'll get to that here in just a moment. But I've got a couple extra bonus loadouts for you today, and finally some controllable recoil for the Krig C. The Krig C has been really hard to control when it comes to recoil and all that, and I think I finally found a fix for it with this loadout. So I got this particular comment about doing a base recoil preview of each weapon, and so I'm going to start adding this into our loadout videos. If you guys think this is a good idea, comment down below, but I'm going to show you each base weapon recoil on each of these loadouts that I start giving. Let me know if you're a fan of that. So we're going to give you that to you today. Let's get you these loadouts. All right, for this first set of loadouts, we're going to give you the Krig C and the Siren 9mm. The Siren 9mm I'm running on anything I'm running the gunfighter perk with. I think it's highly underrated when it comes to a secondary, but really highly underrated when it comes to a gunfighter wildcard loadout. So we're going to give you that here, and that loadout is pretty simple to run. There's not a lot of attachments that come with it anyway, so it's going to be pretty decent across the board. But I want to go over the perks with you again. I'm still running Survivor here. Health regen begins after 3 seconds. That really helps, especially in close range gunfights. We have a new perk, Reflexes, here. It resets fuse timers when picking up live grenades, and then it triggers explosive half a delay when sprinting past them, basically. So it's honestly pretty useless in my opinion, unless you just run into a lot of explosives on the ground, which sometimes those can be pretty annoying, but I don't think it's more important than something like Dexterity or Survivor. Then we're rocking Tracker here. I like Tracker. Sprinter, kind of. I think Sprinter honestly should be a base perk. I hate that it has to take up a perk slot, but I'm running either Tracker usually or Quick Fix. Either one of those are very, very solid. And then I'm rocking Resolute here or Ghost. Tempered's probably a solid choice too, but I like Resolute here or Ghost. Those are really, really solid options. Alertness if you're sniping maybe, but I still like Resolute just to kind of get away quicker and to take less damage while you're running. Now for that Krig C, we're gonna run the Kepler Microflex. I'm rocking the muzzle brake here. This will get rid of some first shot recoil control, which will help, and then the kick reset speed recoil control as well. Then the gain twist barrel here. I like the vertical foregrip, the extended mag 2, just to rock a 70 round mag just for fun. And then I like the stock, the combat stock here. The combat stock really helps with recoil control for some reason. Heavy stock doesn't seem to do anything, but the flinch resistance and aim locking movement speed combo here for some reason helps. I'm not sure why, but it does. And I'll show you this too, because I'm running this on my my long range PP919 Bison or Bullfrog or the PP919 SMG, but I'm running this combat stock on that one also, and it really helps with that recoil control because for some reason it does buff the accuracy down here. But if you see below my controller right here, it does buff that accuracy meter, so it has to do something. And then I'm rocking the target laser here that'll reduce that aim idle sway you have while aiming down sight. And then the recoil springs here really helps that recoil control. Now I know it says there's no cons, but it's supposed to get rid of that bullet velocity a little bit. Not sure why it does, but that's just what it says. So very interesting there. You do get a bullet velocity buff with the overpressured, but I think the recoil springs really help with that accuracy a lot. So the bonus thing that we're going to start giving you during these loadout videos, I think, is going to be this base recoil. And the base recoil is going to be just me holding down the trigger, no recoil control on my thumbs. I'm going to put my thumbs down here, and we're just going to test the recoil right now. So it's got a kind of a weird pattern. It goes up to the right drastically and goes up, keeps going up. So if this is something you want to test, just press down on your D-pad here if you're running a controller. But so this is what that looks like when you are actually controlling the recoil. And this is the only one it's the only Krig C that I really can say I can control the recoil on. It just really, really feels solid. Next up, we have that Siren 9mm, and I am running this with a couple of the loadouts I have in here for you. We're running the iron sight, the suppressor, the long barrel, the vertical foregrip, and the extended mag 2. I'll show this to you in the firing range. Again, we'll test that base recoil here. The base recoil on this is just going up and to the left, basically like every weapon in this game. So you're going to drag slightly down and to the right to really help control that recoil. I mean, you can control it out there too. I really think this is a highly underrated option. Now, when you get into 5 meters here, this kind of probably where everything else, kind of all the other SMGs take over, in my opinion. But yeah, this is a very solid option to run as a 8 attachment gunfighter perk secondary. Now here's the PP919 long range loadout that I was talking about. We're going to run this Willis 3x scope here, run the Jason Armory if you think this is a little too zoomed in for you. Ported compensator muzzle here, the reinforced barrel. I like the extended mag 1 just because I'm running an 8 attachment gunfighter perk and I'm just going to put something on it. This gives it 85 rounds. And then the CQB grip here, along with the combat stock like we talked about earlier. If I run no stock, which doesn't technically do anything to the recoil, it's not supposed to, it doesn't feel as controllable with the no stock, which is that's how it should be, but it just feels better with the combat stock. I'm not sure why. Then we're rocking that target laser, reduces that aim idle sway, and then the overpressured rounds to give it more bullet velocity. And we'll show this to you in the firing range. And we're also running that same Siren 9mm with this weapon. All right, here's the base recoil on this weapon. Very, very little. So after like a few rounds, I mean, it shoots over to the right. So it's kind of difficult to control once it gets to that point. But for the most part, it pretty much locks in right before that anyway. So you should be pretty solid. But yeah, this thing is very, very good when it comes to being an AR. I don't know why. It's just a lot of fun. Next up, we have the AK-74 with the SOG SMG. For the AK-74, we're rocking the Kepler Microflex. I like the compensator muzzle here, the gain twist barrel, the vertical foregrip, and the extended mag 2. Show this one to you in the firing range. We'll do our base recoil test here, bring our little pad down, and this goes up, jags to the right, and then up and to the right. So this feels like it kind of has a... For some reason too, like once I start firing again in the firing range, like if I keep going right here, it doesn't reset the recoil. It feels like once I go back in here, it like continues that same recoil pattern that it left off with. I don't know, that's the way it feels for me. I'm not sure. For that SOG, we're rocking the compensator muzzle here. I like the gain twist barrel, the vertical foregrip, the extended mag 2, and the overpressured rounds here. So this one's to you in the firing range. We'll do our little recoil test here as well. Up, left, right. This is why I don't use it at mid-range here. I wouldn't use it right there, but right here, perfectly fine. Right there, but I would not use it right out there. It's just a little wonky when it comes to the recoil control out there, in my opinion. Even though, I mean, I am controlling it quite a bit, but it's kind of difficult for maybe a console player or something like that, but that's just my opinion. For the next set of loadouts, we're rocking the LR762 here, and then I'm rocking the C9 with this. The LR762, we're rocking the long barrel here, the precision handguard underbarrel, the quick draw grip target laser to reduce that aiming idle sway, and the overpressured rounds. And we'll show this to you in the firing range. Just for fun, this is the recoil pattern. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. And then we're right here. Boom. One shot's there. I think it one shots up to 75 meters, but it's gonna two shot back there. It's not doing enough. It's not gonna do enough damage back there. But I think it's a very solid option when it comes to snipers. Definitely. That's the best Black Ops 6 sniper in my opinion. So as far as Rebirth Island goes. For the C9, we're rocking the compensator muzzle. I like the vertical foregrip here, the extended mag 1, the ergonomic grip, and the overpressured rounds. Show this to you in the firing range. We'll do our test and show you this recoil, the base recoil pattern. I'm going to do it right here just because I keep hitting that dummy in the back. Pretty easy to control, kind of just drag down until this point, then you have to drag kind of to the right, but very solid mid-range here. Right there, boom, easy. I like it up close like that for sure. So you get our dummy here real quick, gotta reload. Like it there, like it there, like it there. For the next set of loadouts, I'm rocking this AS Val. I think this is a great sniper support option right now. We're rocking the Kepler Microflex. I like the suppressed reinforced barrel, the vertical foregrip, the extended mag 2, and the recoil springs for that recoil control. We'll show you the base recoil now, but honestly, pretty easy to control. It's pretty much just straight up. It veers off to the right a little bit, but it's not completely uncontrollable. Just kind of drag down, kind of feel it being dragged to the right there a little bit. But I really like this option. It's a lot of fun to run. Then I'm rocking the Car 98 with this. I'm using the range color optic. Use that or whatever sight makes you comfortable. Sonic suppressor L muzzle, precision long barrel here, the Razorhawk laser light, and the high velocity ammo. Give it the max bullet velocity possible, but that should one shot up to at least past 50 meters, I would assume. But yeah, it's very solid. Next up, we have the GPR 91, and I've got this paired with a Jackal PDW. For the GPR 91, I'm rocking that Jason Armory 2x scope. I like the ported compensator here, the gain twist barrel, the vertical foregrip, the extended mag 2, and we'll test that for you here in the firing range. But I really like the recoil control on this. Very solid. Pretty much just straight up, which is very easy to control. Just drag it straight down right here. Very solid option. Definitely, I love this thing. The GPR is great. And then we're rocking that Jackal PDW. I like the long barrel. I like the vertical foregrip, the extended mag 1, the CQB grip, and the balanced stock. Love this option here. We're going to show you the base recoil, bring our pad down. Pretty much straight up and a little bit to the right, but not too bad. But yeah, just kind of bring that down, control the recoil. Very easy to control when it comes to the recoil. For our next loadout, I've got the best recoil option in the game, and that's the XMG in my opinion when it comes to long range. I like the KSV here. The XMG, we are going to rock the Ontario red dot sight. I like the compensator muzzle, gain twist barrel, vertical foregrip, and the buffer weight stock. You only need 5 attachments on this, and this is a perfect 5 attachment option. I'll put it that way. Look how easy this recoil is to control. Just straight up and to the left. Very easy. Very easy. Easily the easiest recoil to control in the game. Easily. All right, for this KSV, we're rocking the compensator muzzle, the long barrel here, the vertical foregrip, the extended mag 2, and the recoil springs to help that recoil control out. We'll do our base recoil test here. Pretty easy to control when it comes to the recoil, up to the left and to the right a little bit. Pretty much almost straight down. Nothing crazy. But we're going to control the recoil there. I like it a lot in the 10-meter range and this 5-meter range for sure. Not a bad option at all. Next up, we have the XM4, but the 8 attachment XM4. I love this XM4, man. The XM4 is just so easy to control. We're gonna run the Siren 9mm on the for the secondary here. Just absolutely broken. Love the XM4. Very easy to control. We're rocking the Jason Armory 2x scope with mine. Use whatever optic makes you comfortable. I like the muzzle brake here. Gain twist barrel. Vertical foregrip for sure. Extended mag 3 just to be annoying. Extended mag 2 if you're actually trying to run it. The buffer weight stock here. Target laser for that aim idle sway, and I like the overpressured rounds to buff this to the moon, man. It buffs this bullet velocity way up. We'll do the base recoil here. This is what it kind of looks like. Straight up and a little to the right. Like I said, that XM4, the XMG is the best recoil. This is the second best, and it's just super easy to control. You're just not beating this when it comes to recoil unless you're using that XMG. Those two are the best option. Thank you guys again for watching. If you enjoyed this style of video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that noti bell so you don't miss another video like this or like one of these. We'll see you in the next one.